Hello, everybody. What's going on? All right, let's see who's in here. Risey, Mr. God TV, Bufo, Kevin Hughes. What kind of Doritos are you eating? The name is Danny K. Hello, Danny K. Moncio Beats, Eighth Life, George Life, Cody Davis. What up, everybody? I hope everyone's having a good day. Welcome back to The Deal. Got some announcements for you. So first things first, we've got a placement opportunity, beat submissions with One Take J. One Take J is looking for beats for his upcoming album. He is spontaneous and unpredictable, and he's looking for up-tempo beats that bang to match his character. Any beat submitted should be between 100 and 105 beats per minute, but no genre is off limits. The submissions end July 28th, and you can go to beatstars.world/opportunities to submit for that. I hope you've already done so because it's been up for 2 weeks now. Don't sleep. All right. Secondly, as you guys know, BeatStars now has Twitter Spaces every single weekday at 4 p.m. Eastern. So you can tune in today right after the show for a session with Carly, the creator of the BeatStars Influencer Program. You can go to twitter.com/BeatStars, at BeatStars on Twitter. Join the conversation and come talk to Carly. She is such a brilliant mind and has done so much to support this community and make opportunities for y'all. So definitely come say what up to her. But as you know, we can jump into the show. So welcome back to The Deal. I'm Tia, and I'm the Music Opportunities Manager here at BeatStars. If you are new to The Deal, we're highlighting our BeatStars Publishing roster. BeatStars Publishing is a partnership between BeatStars and Sony Music Publishing, who are the #1 global music publisher in the world. So if you're interested in finding out more information, including how you can sign up for BeatStars Publishing, you can head over to beatstars.com/publishing. And don't forget to follow at BeatStars Publishing on Instagram for some free industry game and to get better acquainted with the talented producers on our roster. This week, we're hanging out with WhyZoo and WavyKidOnTheBeat. But if you want to rewatch this interview, you can check it out later alongside all of our past shows and BeatStars content, including tutorials on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/officialbeatstars. And don't forget to subscribe to be notified of new uploads. Whew, every week I'm out of breath and I say it to you every week. It's so crazy. Okay, so let's bring in the guests of the honor. We've got WhyZoo and WavyKid on the beat. Hello, everybody. How's everyone doing?
Good.
Chat, say hello to our guests. Gonna jump right into it. I don't know which one of y'all wants to start first, but let's go with where you're from and how you got started in music. And I guess, WhyZoo, I'm gonna pick on you first.
That's cool. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana, and you said get our start, right?
Yeah, how do you get your start?
Pretty much through my family. My mom and my dad, they made music, so naturally it fell in line with me. And I don't know, I think early Kanye made me want to make beats, so that's the path I chose. And I think throughout high school, I picked it up and I started joining piano classes and music classes in general, and it just stuck.
What kind of music were your parents making when you were growing up?
Oh, they were rappers.
Rappers?
Yeah.
That's so fire. So it's just been super ingrained in you from young.
Yeah. I already knew what I wanted to do.
That's awesome. And I think you definitely have a one-up on people in that way for that experience.
Yeah.
WavyKid, what about you? Where are you from and how did you get started?
Yeah, I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. And how I get started was I came from a music background also. You know, mom and dad, they were musicians and stuff like that.
Wow.
And I always used to like listening to instrumentals and beats and stuff like that. I kind of look up some tutorials on YouTube, and I found Nick Mira, because back then it just never really had any other people that was doing tutorials. It just had Nick Mira, Internet Money, and I kind of learned from that and found a passion from doing that, and I just kind of fell in love with it.
What kind of music were your parents making?
Well, my mom was a DJ and my dad was a singer.
That's so crazy. And obviously being from the islands, there's so much culture and history in the music and the sound. So I imagine that would be a pretty beautiful experience. So WhyZoo, you said you were in music classes. Were you learning how to play instruments?
Yeah, I was learning how to play the piano mainly. I tried guitar, but it never worked out.
Didn't
So yeah.
it? Everyone always used to tell me, because I used to always want to learn how to play an instrument. I'm useless in that way, but I would play piano by ear, and everyone's like, well, if you learn piano, you can learn everything else. But I don't know how true that is. Are you able to use a piano in your music today? Like, is it helpful to you in your
Yeah, being able to, read some music, if not a
Mhm.
little, and just the music theory that you can get from it, it helps a lot,
Mhm.
especially when constructing it. So yeah.
So I guess between the two of you, I guess my next question is, when did you know you wanted to start taking this seriously, and how did you start moving your business online? I'll start with you, Wavy.
Well, I well, what I did was I kind of like found BeatStars, and I started to like release my beats on there to get more traction to
Mhm.
like my YouTube and all those other platforms, and it just kind of helped me to progress and meet other people and get to collaborate with different producers and meet different artists and stuff like that.
I think that's pretty awesome. So what did the like meeting new people situation look like for you? How did you connect with folks when you started uploading to BeatStars?
But certain artists used to DM me on Instagram and asking me for like beats and stuff like that. That's
Mm,
kind of like how I found Smoovel also.
mm, got it.
He started with like at a low fan base, and I just like reached out to him, and man, he was good from ever since.
That's pretty awesome. I mean, that's how a lot of relationships start, just DMing people. What about you, Waizu? How did you start your process of uploading to BeatStars and bringing your business online?
I actually started. Well, you mean just music in general, or?
I mean, if you have a longer history that you'd love to
Oh,
share,
okay.
please go
Yeah.
ahead.
I started YouTube probably like 10 years ago,
Oh,
and from then I was just using all types of random sites. It was like BeatStars, but it wasn't exactly like it. And pretty much I just started uploading for weeks every day, same time,
mm.
until I build a certain amount of followers, and pretty much where am I getting to? What was the question again?
When did you or how did you start bringing your business online?
Oh, online. Yeah, I started on YouTube,
Yeah.
just uploading every day, and pretty much kind of networking with people, different artists, and same thing as Wavy Kid. People started to DM. I started to DM them, and that was it.
The rest is history. So
Yeah.
how did you even find BeatStars? I'm interested to know how the both of you found us, basically.
I found you guys through another producer that's already signed to you guys. His name is Donnie Katana.
The
So
katana.
I used to listen to his beats all the time, and we made a few, but I didn't know he was affiliated with you guys until later on, and that's pretty much how I got into posting. I switched over completely.
That is so awesome. I love that. Such a small world, but it goes to show, like, I think a lot of us, or not a lot of us, a lot of you guys, as far as the BeatStars publishing roster goes, a lot of you guys have been able to find us through word of mouth of other people who have already been working with us for some time, and I just love that the community keeps webbing out this way. Um, what about you, Wavy Kid? How did you find BeatStars?
It's kind of the same way too, cause like everybody was always using BeatStars, and I always used to be seeing like purchase this beat at BeatStars. So I just like went on it and see like how professional everything was on the website, and I just kind of decided to go with BeatStars because like Airbit and those other like websites wasn't really like as professional as BeatStars or as easy to use as BeatStars. So I just kind of stick with that.
Well, I'm happy you guys found something that worked for you guys, and we're happy to have you. And I guess just while we're on the topic of how you found us, what made you want to sign with us? What was the moment where you're like, yes, this is home? And WhyZoo, I guess I'll start with you for this one.
I would say the reason why I signed would be because I saw the community and what it was doing for other people and the opportunities it got. And I always watch you guys' YouTube channel too. And I forgot the producer's name, but it was like the same question. And he pretty much he sold it for me as to why I should sign and the advantages of having it and just having a team. And the fact that you can still have the freedom to post what you want and you still have free control over your music.
I think that's well, first of all, I'm glad that you were able to to watch some of the shows and you yourself utilize some of the content. But yeah, definitely we'd love to have just a space where you guys have your freedom and your creative freedom and trust in us to help facilitate that. So I'm really excited that was your reasoning. What about you, Wavy Kid?
Yeah, well, for me, I really like the community and how everyone was, and just like how much everyone like benefited from everything. And but I used to watch DJ Payne also too from on like BeatStars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're so happy to have you as part of the community. Sorry, were you going to say something else? Did I just cut you off?
Nah, go on.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, again, we're happy to have you as part of the community, and I'm glad that you guys are able to, see your peers and be able to connect with them and understand their process and take their word for it. So welcome to the team. How have you guys found your sound? Maybe you can describe it for everybody listening and maybe decide, or not decide, but share how you determine what you would lean into as far as your creation. And WhyZoo, you can go first.
I treat my music like, I don't know, it's weird, but scary movies. So I like a darker sound. I grew up listening to like 3 6 Mafia and stuff like that. So I always try to imitate those sounds, and pretty much that's how my sound came about. People nowadays, they say it's weird. They can't really describe. I can't describe it sometimes, but it turned out well, I'd say.
Yeah, some of the best art doesn't really have descriptors for it. Yeah. I'm excited to play everything for everyone. What about you, Wavy Kid?
For me, it was more like based on like Payne type styles, because like I used to listen to like TNT and his kind of beats and how he does everything, and especially speaker bangers also. So I just used to try to imitate like their kind of song, and I just kind of developed mine from that.
Dope. So between the two of you, what or who would be like the ultimate collaboration for you? Like if you could have any artist on your beat, who would that be?
Definitely Pharrell.
Pharrell.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's a dream right there.
Yeah, man. His creation spans for so many decades and his influence spans for so many decades. And I think that he is so tremendously talented at reinventing himself on like anything you hear him on. So it could be a pop record or a trap record, or like, I don't know, one of my favorite collaborations I've heard with Pharrell was off of the Ray Shremmerd project. And I think it was him and maybe Zoe Kravitz on the track. And it was just like, how did you end up here? A vibe. What about you, Wavy Kid? Who's your dream artist collab?
Well, for me, I would have to say Young Blue.
Sorry?
Young Blue.
Young Blue?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a vibe, especially for those like pain type beats. What about him do you like? I know that he's newer to the scene and he's definitely like leaving an imprint.
Yeah. Well, I kind of like how his song is, and with like everything on how he does do and stuff like that. And this kind of give me a chance to like kind of step away from like the trap and stuff like that, because his style is more based on R&B and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it kind of give me a chance to do something different.
100%. And between his project and some of his recent collaborations, he shows up in very different forms. Like I've heard him on like an R&B beat that sounds like more old school, but then I've also heard him on like the darker like pain type beats, and he's got a bright career ahead of him in short. So when you're building out a song, what elements are you guys looking for? Or when you're working with artists, what are you looking for out of the people that you're working with?
Me, I look to the artists just to see what they're liking, what they want to hear, what mood they're in. It all depends on like how they're feeling that day, honestly. If they want something happy, sad, you know, just trying to be versatile pretty much.
Yeah, I think some people might walk into a session and just off rip have an idea of how they want something to go, and like maybe the day before you guys were like super cool and like laughing at shit, and then somebody comes in and they're in a bad mood and the whole thing switches. So definitely having that that ability to transcend the moods, big key. What about you, Wavy?
Yeah, I would have to agree with WhyZoo also. It just kind of like based on how they're feeling at the moment, because they might go through like 100 beats and it might be like the same type of vibe that they might want. So
Yeah, 100% fair. Let's talk about, some of the highs and lows of your careers. Like, what is one standout moment for you that made you feel like, okay, yes, I can actually do this and I can keep pushing through it?
for me, it was actually getting my first sale on BeatStars. Like from that, it just kind of helped to push me to even try to take this more serious and to see where everything goes.
Wow. Well, shout out to that first sale, because we may not have been speaking to you if not, right? I'm excited for you for that. What about you, WhyZoo? What was the moment for you? Or yeah.
Me, I would say a low would be just, going years and you posting and you don't really get the recognition you think you deserve. You think your beats are fire, you can sell them and whatnot, but it comes a time where you keep working at something, it will happen. And I would say I knew I could do it when I first got my first placement, just straight off of YouTube. I still don't know how they got the beat, but it was a blessing.
Wow. Yeah, I think the people in the chat could tell you literally every single week that I've done this show, someone just talks about the consistency and just keeping with it, and no matter how long it takes, just keeping the push. But maybe we could talk about how you think some of those people found you. Like, let's talk about what marketing tactics you're using to push your music and your beat page or your YouTube. How are you making yourself relevant and accessible?
For me, I focus on cover art a lot. I think the cover art really matters. Like, it can determine if somebody skips right past it or dive right into it. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for me.
Are you creating your own cover art, or are you designing it? Oh wow. And what programs are you using for that?
I'm using just apps off my phone.
Wow, I love that. I love when people just like make stuff happen. I have a friend who even builds out whole party series from her phone. So using the tools you have is definitely a big key. And I'm sure we'll see those when we start playing some of your tracks later. Sorry. Wavy Kid, what about you?
Well, it's also, thumbnails are like very important. And also, you could also maybe use like ads too to
Mhm.
help to push out your videos more on YouTube.
Mhm.
But I never actually like tried that. You know,
Mm.
like I kind of just started and just build my fan base like gradually
Mhm. I,
on like all the way up. Yeah, what I was gonna say?
oh no, go ahead. Go ahead. Continue. Sorry.
Yeah, and everything just kind of started to slowly take off from there.
Yeah, I think ads are a huge benefit. I know Anyway Well and Hypnotype in their interviews, they really push the importance of like picking a beat and testing it with ads and seeing how far it can go, which has really afforded them the opportunity to, chart on BeatStars, get a ton more beat sales, and build their community that way. So if you haven't tried it, I would 100% recommend that for you. What about communications with your clients? So, you go from your first beat sale and now you're signed with BeatStars Publishing. So how are you keeping communication, or how do you keep offering services to the people who've shown up for you by way of purchasing your beats or reposting, things like that?
You can go ahead, Wavy.
I do it through like emailing and stuff like that, because with the email marketing, it's like a really easy way to like connect with your fans and to just keep in touch with all the artists that help to purchase beats from you before, so that they could continue to keep on buying more beats from you
Mm-hmm.
and developing more of a relationship with the
100%.
different artists.
Yep. Emailing is another major key that we push all of the time. What about you, WhyZoo?
Yeah, building off of that, emailing and just taking interest in the songs and like playing a part in their next mixtape, or offering to make another beat or anything, something small. Just taking interest in everything that they have in the future coming, or in Instagram and such. Like, yeah.
So when you say you offer to make another beat, is this after a sale? Like somebody purchases something and then you send them a message saying you got more, or what does that look like?
Yeah, pretty much I got more. Or if you're looking for a certain sound, feel free to reach out to me. I can make something for you, and that's a relationship you just built. So
Yeah, I think that's really smart. I know that I've heard variations of sending out other emails, but when it's specific, and I guess you'd be looking at the sale, which beat they bought, and being able to build from there. So that's pretty smart. And even George Life in the comments says showing interest in their songs is a great answer for sure. You don't know what kind of relationships you're going to build off the strength of sending that follow-up email. Absolutely. Sorry, let me see what else is going on in here. Okay, so let's talk about your guys' placements. Maybe you could share what your favorite collaboration or placement was to date, and please share if that's, if there was any exciting stories that happened as they were being built, or if they were a surprise. I know a lot of people just get that beat sale notification and the next thing you know, the song's out. But what's your favorite one?
You want me to go?
Yeah, I guess you should go. I guess Wavy's frozen.
Mine is definitely the Side Baby placement.
Yeah.
I found out about that. I had just woke up and my phone was blowing up, and I didn't know what was happening. I looked on Twitter, and I guess he put like a snippet or something up, and from there, that's just that was history. That was my favorite collab to this day. In the beat, it actually was a beat that I didn't really pay much attention to. I didn't think it was much at all. I just put it up because it was just something I was making through Beat Block, pretty much.
That's so interesting. You're not the first person to say like I wasn't paying attention to this beat at all. I thought nothing of it, and then the next thing you know. So so you just saw a clip on Instagram and you're like, this is my beat. What did you do after that?
I just texted the co-producer. I was like, man, did you see this? Like, did you know this happened? He didn't know either.
Oh my God.
That was amazing.
That's so fire. I guess Wavy is still frozen. You might gotta leave and come back again, homie. Sorry about it. Is he gonna come back? No? Okay, so we'll just let him refresh and then he can come back. So from there, like, what has that helped with your career at all? Now that you have this like credit, how did the song do? How did it make you feel? All of those things.
It felt good because I never thought that I would be able to reach, a chart at all. But it was a blessing that it happened at all, and pretty much it's helped me because I've been able to collab with a lot more producers that I haven't been able to reach before.
For sure.
And it just opened up doors for me.
I love that. I'm very excited for you. What about some of your influences? I know you share with me Kanye, Knowledge, Pierre Bourne, Gorillaz, Pharrell, Zaytoven, which are all very heavy hitters. So maybe, I don't know, do you see anything in common with them that attracts you to their creation?
I love the drums of trap music. So Zaytoven, his drums has always hit really hard to me, and I just took an interest in it.
That's fire. And is he your favorite out of all of them, or is it Pharrell?
Kanye, probably.
Kanye, yeah. And I know, like, when you think of some producers like Knowledge or Pierre Bourne or even the Gorillaz, just as far as their creation goes, like everybody you've listed is capable of or has actually built their own sound and influenced several generations of creators. So I think that's pretty impressive and pretty solid list of influences to have. What is one main piece of advice? I ask this to everybody. What's one piece of advice you'd give to anybody who's just starting or is unsure about starting?
Unsure about starting. That you should take a chance and just, chase your dreams, and pretty much is if you don't try it at all, you don't know, because it's so many opportunities out here and so much money to make and people to meet, and you don't want to pass that up by being scared to make a move or just trying to show your music to the world.
I agree. Just do it. And what about one thing that you know now that you wish you knew when you started? Like, it could be a tool, it could be a marketing plan, anything.
Monetization.
Oh.
I wasn't big on that at all. I had no idea what it was or anything, and I feel like I lost out on a lot of money early on by just putting beats up and not having anything behind it as far as copyright and other things.
So how did you get yourself set up for that to work out for you?
I actually have just bought the BeatStars publishing thing that you guys have, and I started uploading through there, and I just watched a video that you can do like content ID now, so that was good too.
Someone in the chat asked which apps you're using to build out your cover art. King Swisser asked.
I could show them.
Go ahead.
Glitch. It's called Glitch and Afterlight.
Glitch and Afterlight. I hope you guys write that down. And also, we're gonna, if we haven't already, I don't know if I should say it yet. I'm not sure if we have. I need to double check this very briefly. Please pause, y'all. I just know that if we don't already, there will be an integration that will help you guys design more with Canva. So if you guys are not sure about downloading those apps, we'll have one, and then you can go from there. I want to start playing your music, but I'm worried about WavyKid coming back. But maybe before we do that, can you share anything? Like, are you working on any projects right now that are coming up that you're allowed to talk about? That
I don't think any that I can talk about, but I'm working on a beat tape to put out on BeatStars and a sound kit.
And what will those sounds consist of?
Mainly drums and a few loops, probably like melodic dark loops.
Fire. Are you open to collaborations? I know the guys in the chat normally will hit y'all up after the show about collabs if they're really rocking with you and stuff like that. Or how do you like to be approached or prefer to be approached?
Just hit me on Instagram. I don't charge for collabs or anything. I just like to work. If I like what I hear, I'll put something down on it.
What is your Instagram? I'll drop it in the chat.
WhyZoo at WhyZoo 2 zeros.
There we go. Everybody follow. There you go. All right. Well, I think I'm going to jump into playing some of your tracks right now. And if WavyKid comes back, then we can play some of his as well. Or I might just play them anyways. Let me pull this up for you. Share. All right, y'all. Can we see? All right. Is there a beat that you'd want to start with first?
Faces.
Faces. What about this makes you want to start first? I see it's most played.
I love the guitars on it.
Yeah. All right. Let's go. Such a vibe. Guys, don't forget to be rating in the chat out of 5 emotes. There we go. We got Boofer on the beat with 5 fire emojis. Rock 5 said nice vibe. Fire. What else do you want to play next?
Nothing Lasts Forever. That's literally my biggest beat ever.
Ooh, what about it makes it your biggest beat? Did it?
That's the only one that's close to 1 million views.
Oh my god.
YouTube. Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, let's go. Oh, that's not it.
No, it's supposed to be rusted. I keep them things nice and narrow so there's no problem when we pop.
Again, another vibe. Let me see what's going on in the chat. It's Alexander Now said that snap and melody is a nice mesh. King Swisser said the reverse melody is dope. Everyone's rocking with you so far. Low Wave said nice reverse loop. I see Wavy's back. Welcome back, homie. You good?
Yeah, yes, I know that.
No, all good. We were just jumping into playing some of the music. But when we get to you, I'll ask you about your features before we start playing because we didn't get to talk about them. All right, what's your next one you want to play, WhyZoo?
You can play Red Eyes.
All right. Everything is such a vibe. Like, it just feels like summer and just like good energy, good mood.
Perfect description. Summer.
Summer. All right. So, what you want to play next?
Nova. You can
Nova?
just go Nova. Yeah.
All right. I honestly just get lost. It just feels like a ride. Oh, you muted yourself. So if you're saying anything, I can't hear you.
Oh, I'm back.
Eighth Life says, for real, every beat has been such a vibe. Really feeling this one, though. Reminds me of some Harry Fraud stuff. So that's big compliment. Low Wave hit you with 5 Tim boots for a rating. And Ben Lupin said, man, all of these make me want to jump on the highway at night and just vibe out. And I'm inclined to agree. All right, so yeah, play the next one.
Plastic.
A minute goes so fast. Like, I'm really just trying to stick to the minute, but I just get lost in it. And next thing you know, we're at a minute 20. It's madness. What are all these heel emojis, Low Wave? I've never seen these before, but it's giving sassy energy and I like it. All right, let's play one more, and then we'll switch over to Wavy Kids. So unless like you were really pressed to play all 7.
No, back end, we can end it with that.
Back end? All right, let's go.
Thank you,
And it happened again, just like that. So fire. Lil, I don't know how to say this name. I'm so sorry, guys. But which DAW are you using?
Machine and FL Studios.
Machine and FL Studios. Sorry?
I just use FL Studio.
FL Studio? So Cloud9 said all of these were dope and atmospheric. All the beats are a definite hit for me. Low Wave said dope melodies. Bufo said very consistent sound overall. I agree. Everything sounded very cohesive and tight, and you know what kind of music you make, and it was fire. So thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
Okay, Wavy Kid. So it's your turn. But in the meantime, let's talk about what your favorite placement was so far, because we didn't get to share that.
Oh yeah. For me is the T Grizzly featuring YNW Melly. Was my favorite.
T Grizzly and YNW Melly, Careless. How did that happen? And what did that feel like for you?
To be honest, how it happened, it was just kind of strange because like the beat was from like 2 years ago, and I just like posted it on my YouTube channel, and I didn't really think nothing about it. But I didn't even know about the song that T Grizzly and YNW make until it was about to drop, because they made the song 2 years ago or so on the same beat.
That is so crazy. And so did they reach out to you, or what was that process like for you?
Yeah, actually the A&R reached out to me, and they like contacted me, and we get on a call, and we just kind of chop up the paperwork and stuff like that.
That is so dope. I'm so excited for you.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's so odd how some of these things happen, because honestly, like of a million beats in the world or more than that, like, and somebody just lands on your page and picks you. So I can imagine those moments are extremely surreal. So dope. All right, I'm gonna bring your beats back up, and let me know which one you want to start with.
We can start with the first one.
Trust issues?
Just yeah.
Wow. With the guitar right out the gate. Oh, you're muted. What did you say?
Nah.
Everyone is asking if did you play the guitar?
Oh, no. That was actually one of my producer friends, AO Blue.
Well, let me see. We got a bunch of fire emojis. Eighth Life said this is epic. Wasted no time getting right into it. Bufo thinks you're a superstar. Okay, what's the next one you want to play?
Survive.
Survive. These ads.
Hey, yo, ads.
Wow. Both of you are just on the summer vibe today. That was giving me like day in the park party kind of energy. We got 4 flame emojis from Rock 5, 5 from King Swisser. Low Wave said nice guitar melody, 4 Tim Boots. Bufo wants to know, where are you finding these melodies? Well, he says he's asking for a friend, but we know you asking for yourself, Bufo.
But they are just like collaborations with like different producer friends of mine.
Well, everything is working beautifully. What is the next beat you want to play?
Teardrops.
Teardrops. There we go. There we go with the pain. Like I really felt that one in my heart. Let's see where you're going with it. Let's see what we got. Bufo says this is another gem. We got 5-star emojis from King Swisser and a whole bunch of fire emojis from Bufo. So the ratings are high, y'all. What's the next one you want to play?
How about Lost Souls?
Lost Souls.
Hey yo, Aldez.
I see the guitar is like super prevalent in a lot of your tracks. Like, is that your instrument of choice? Do you feel like it builds out your music in any particular way? You're muted, so you'll have to unmute yourself.
Yeah. Well, not really, but I kind of like trying to maybe step away from that also too, to maybe kind of focus on some other stuff. But I kind of like doing it too, and also trying to work with like trying to get like a 2-3 placement also.
Yeah, I could see that. I'll wish it for you. What's the next song you want to play? I think we've done 4 now, right?
Yeah.
All right. What's your next one?
Hear My Cry.
Hear My Cry. That was super soulful. Definitely like moved. Everyone is asking about your guitarist. Don't give out the secret sauce. All right. I think we have time for one more before we head out. What would you like to end off on?
Maybe Lost in My Ways.
Lost in My Ways. Okay.
Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today.
I feel like that would be a good place to end. Let's see what's going on over here in the chats. Everyone's saying that they love your beats. They want your guitarist. They're really trying to get your guitarist.
I want them too.
Pardon?
Fire. I said those are fire. I want them too.
Yeah, everything sounded so good. I love that. I love that you've got this like the space for melody, but I feel like your beats have a lot of like storytelling opportunity. So thank you so much for sharing with us. I appreciate it. The both of you, I guess now would just be a good time to let everyone know where they can find you, how they can hit you up, all that. I'm going to drop your beat stores in the comments here so everyone can find y'all. But yeah, go ahead. IG, shout outs, whatever you got to do. Is WhyZoo frozen? Is everybody frozen?
No, I think that's WhyZoo.
Okay. Well, Wavy Kid, where can everybody find you?
Well, you can find me on Instagram at WavyKidOnTheBeat or on my YouTube channel also as WavyKidOnTheBeat.
Wavy Kid on the Beat everywhere. And then I don't know what's going on with WhyZoo's screen, but I will shout out for him. His BeatStars is WhyZoo Beats, and his Instagram is WhyZoo with 2 zeros instead of the O's. And that's about it from me today, y'all. So don't forget to head over to Twitter Spaces, hang out with Carly, who started our BeatStars influencer program. She did the campus marketing program with you guys too. So definitely go check out. Oh, there he is. Hello. Welcome back.
Yeah.
I shouted out your Instagram and your beat page for you, but I don't know if there's somewhere else you would want people to connect with you as well.
Oh no, that's perfect.
Perfect. All right. Well, thank you both for hanging out with us. Thank you for being a part of the BeatStars family. And I'm wishing you guys the best of luck. I hope you land all those placements, the Tuesday placement, the Pharrell placement. I'm calling it for you guys. Be safe. Shout out to all you guys in the chat. And we will see you guys next week. Bye, everybody.
Good time.